guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing my Kindle 6-month update. If you guys have not seen the first Kindle video that I made 6 months ago when I bought my Kindle, it's up here. So I've done a lot with my Kindle. I love it. Let's just cut to the chase. I love my Kindle. I bought this adorable little Kindle holder because I have to say my Kindle started to get scratches on it and it really bugged me. Like I was like, I can't let this happen. So I bought a cover, so this is where it stays whenever I'm not using it. Let's see, some things that I've added. Of course, I have my pop socket. I've got the clear case, so I just have stickers inside here. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about the Kindle is how well it holds a charge. Like, I have not charged this thing in a long time and it is doing so well. I don't know the actual, like, you know, stats on this charge, but let's just say it's baffling how long it keeps its charge. You know, I'll be using it and I'm like, I should charge it, and then I'm like, I don't really need to. It's good for another 2 weeks. Like, I don't actually need to charge that. So the charge is amazing. Also, it's very lightweight. Like, you know, especially when you're getting into books that are hardcover, this is the way to go when you want something lighter on your wrist. I have like fucking wrist problems, so this is very helpful for me. Another thing is being able to read in the dark. I have to say, a couple years ago, when I really started getting into reading and I would, you know, do like night reading, I would have my physical book and I would like buy like a whole light that you would, like, you know, click on the page and it would come here and it'd be light. It was just so bulky and so extra, and just another, you know, another tool I had to keep track of, which was annoying. I also want to talk about Kindle Unlimited. That is something that I do not have. I know what it is. I've had it before, and I think it's a pretty good deal. I will say though, if you're not like a reader, then it might not actually be worth your time. I don't know, it depends. I feel like if anyone who buys a Kindle, I feel like they're a reader, so Kindle Unlimited will probably benefit you. I know I was talking to somebody the other week and they had like asked me, you know, is a Kindle worth it? And I was like, well, it truly depends. Like, if you're only gonna read like 2 books a year, 3 books a year, 10, I'm gonna say no. But if you are like, you know, reading a fair amount of books and you maybe don't want to, you know, own them, or you just don't want bookshelves in your house, then a Kindle is definitely the way to go. Now, I also love how when I am reading a book, I can easily look up words, just easily highlight them, and it'll tell me the definition, the translation. I can highlight a word and it'll show me if that word has been said in any other part of the book. So sometimes it's very helpful when there's a character name and I have forgotten their introduction and kind of forgotten who they are. I can very easily highlight their name and it'll show me where it's been said and used in the rest of the book, so I can kind of refresh my memory on who that character is, and I really, really love that. One thing I will say about Kindle is I have been finessing the system. Yeah, so like all the books on Kindle are either from Libby, which is of course that app where you take your library card, you put it in, and you can get those books from your library online. So yeah, all my books on Kindle are either from Libby or they're EPUB. I of course love authors and I love the work they do and I appreciate them, but at the end of the day, I don't have all that money to be doing all that, so don't throw hate on me. Okay, so one thing that I also wanted to say is I bought this like 2 weeks ago because, first of all, it's gorgeous, and I was really looking forward to watching the movie. I still haven't seen it yet, but I bought this book and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a great experience. And you know, I started reading it and it was fine, it was good, it was great. But then I was like, I kind of want to read it on my Kindle. And it's so weird. I've been reading on my Kindle for so long. It's like when I buy a new book, because we all have that new book high. You get a new book, you're like, oh my God, yeah, it's new. I was like reading this, I'm like, I don't really care. I kind of want my Kindle. So I also got this book on my Kindle, and I kind of was like going back and forth between reading physically and reading on the Kindle. And I feel like having a Kindle for 6 months now, I really I've gotten used to not using a book to read. Like, I've just gotten used to having this. And I know I've heard other people say just how mentally easily it is to finish a book that's like big and thick. Like having a physical book that's like over 500 pages can be very overwhelming. Not only hurtful to your hands and your wrists, but it can be very overwhelming just like mentally, knowing that you have barely, you know, gotten through the book. But like Kindle, you wouldn't even know. You can specify, it'll tell you like how long you have left in your chapter, or how many pages left you have in that chapter, how much time it's going to take you to finish that book. It has the stats in here, and I think that's so cool. It'll like learn how fast you read each page, and it will personalize that for each book and be like, hey, you can finish this book in 5 hours if you keep reading at the pace that you're reading currently. So I really like that. I think that's such a cool idea and just a really helpful aspect of reading, when something that you'll never truly be able to like use if you just have a physical book. It's all going to be like a guessing game. And so yeah, that's why Kindle's amazing. I think it's just so cool how you can have so many books at your disposal on such a small device. I know I've seen other videos where they say how wonderful this is for traveling. I don't really travel that often, but I'm sure when I do, I'll be very happy that I won't have to worry about bringing a physical book, because I'll say also, I'm very picky with my books. Like if I'm taking them with me, they have to be in some kind of cover, in some kind of wrap. Like I'm gonna be very anxious about them. Like when I bought this at Costco and the lady was like ringing it up and putting it in our cart, I was very anxious, because she was like, you know, touching it all weird and low-key trying to bend it up. I was like, oh my God, girl, you're gonna make me say something. Like, please, we just bought it, please. And so, yeah, I'm very cautious with them because they can get easily messed up. It's a book, it's paper, you know? Whereas a Kindle, this thing is waterproof. You know, the 11th, what did I get? The newest one, 11th edition, Paperwhite, I don't even know anymore. But yes, I just love that. And I haven't taken this near water, but obviously it is waterproof. But yeah, there's just so much space up here. So many things that you can put up here. And I just love the fact that it's such a good purchase for me personally. I got mine during Prime Day on Amazon for like $100. So, or was it 90? It was either 90 or $100, somewhere in there. But it was a good deal. I bought it. If you guys watched my first video, you'll know that I actually purchased the agave green Kindle, and when I purchased it, it told me that it wouldn't come to me for 2 months, because like, I don't know, the backlog, it was just too many people wanted that color, and I was so impatient. I was like, I'm not waiting 2 months. So I canceled that order and I bought it again with blue, and it came within a week. And I was like, thank God, because I'm not gonna wait a whole 2 months just for a color when I truly wanted it right then and there. And if I waited too long, like Prime Day would be over and I wouldn't get my sale. So I had to make the decision right then and there. And I am happy with my decision, because you know, you grow on a color grows on you. At the end of the day, I'm not looking at this, I'm looking at this. And the stickers make me feel better anyway. So yeah, I bought this adorable little case. Look how cute it is. It fits perfectly. It's adorable. It even has little Velcro in here you can put stuff in. It comes with a hook for this. You can like hook this to something. I'll put this down below in the description. But yeah, I love that. Guys, that is the video. I just wanted to come back and give you my Kindle 6-month update. If you guys have a Kindle and you love it, let me know what you think of it down below. If you guys have any like crazy cons, because truly I honestly don't have any like insane cons that I wanted to like bring about or talk about. Only wanted to spread positive vibes. But last but not least, I do have a Pango, so y'all should go check out my Pango books. I am selling a lot of books, and I literally sell at least one every week. So y'all should go check out my account down below. If you see any books you want, you can of course like DM me and like let me know, hey, it's too much money, could you put the price down so I can buy it? Because I've done that before. Someone, you know, had sent me a message like, hey, I really want this book, but it's too much, is this okay? And I was like, of course, I'll put that down, you know, I'll change the price for 24 hours. If you want to buy it, then you will buy it, and if you won't, then I'll change the price back after the day. But like, you know, I don't really mind. I just want room in my bookshelf. I just want to get rid of books that I no longer want to own, and this is like the best way for me to do it. I don't know about y'all, a little tangent, but I feel like I get really fucked over whenever I send books off to my used bookstore. I used to do that in the very beginning before I knew Pango existed. I would have like, I would take a giant bag and put like 10 books in there that I just no longer wanted to own. And I would take into my bookstore and they would look at them and they would like, you know, see, check, whatever, right? I'd bring in 10 books. They'd look at me dead in the face. They'd be like, yeah, we can give you $5 of store credit. Oh, okay. $5 for 10 books? Okay, and pretty much most of the books that I gave them were in a very high quality, like looked very good, if not brand new. And so that definitely irked me every time I went there. And the funniest thing is I went there so often that whenever I would send books to them and they'd give me like nothing for the books, I would come there weeks later and be looking for, you know, books to buy and see my book that I gave them weeks prior. And I would see that they, you know, they want like $7 for the book when you gave me $5 store credit for 10 books. Whoo, the one time I saw that, it really shook me to my core, and it was like, Morgan, you're being fucking gypped, okay? You're being gypped, okay? So I had to kind of reevaluate, and I had to find somewhere else that I could do, and Pango is just like the perfect solution. And I love it, and it's fun. It's like a fun thing to like get an email like, oh my god, you sold something. Makes me happy. Anyways, that's my tangent. Guys, bye. Peace and love. Subscribe, comment. See you later.